let's try this again. Next Level Wrestling Review, Part 2.
Take 2, action.
NXT review.
All right, and we're just going to review NXT.
Jesus, nobody's going to be here.
All right, we already. That's fine. We're used to nobody watching. All right, so anyway, after Julius wins the match, Indashir appears and they say things like, "We're gonna have a match later," and that's it.
What's going on, Scott? The only person watching Elaborate right now.
Javi. Just how Luca ended the Knicks last night. Oh my goodness.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Oh my goodness. He just couldn't even wait. He couldn't even put one comment before he started getting it in.
Where do you see that? Javi, you can suck my balls.
Yeah.
How does Cartman say it? Suck my balls.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the handsome one is here. The dancing handsome one is back. Anyway.
All right, so
guys, real quick, for editing purposes, for those tuning in on audio, we had lost connection during our conversation with Ben Hameen, and now we are back for part 2 of the Next Level Wrestling Review, and this is the NXT review portion of it. Thank you for coming back and joining us, and now we only have 2.5 people watching. So
yeah, for the audio portion, who never needed to know anything went wrong, now they know.
Fine,
so Mackenzie, the great Mackenzie, we all love Mackenzie, right, Ray?
No,
we don't love Mackenzie. Really, you don't love Mackenzie.
It's fine. It's fine. She's fine. She's really fine.
All right, she's with Tony, and he's like, "Hey, did you do that thing?" And Stax was like, "Yeah, I laid down the law to Dijak last week." And then that's it.
Yeah.
It was awkward.
He didn't do shit.
Yeah, apparently not. Cora makes her way to the ring. And then we get a Schism vignette with music underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about the Fun Guys and how they're going to... I don't know. What was their point?
The point was they're trying to get The Rock's daughter to close her mouth.
She's not going to be able to close her mouth when they finally see Idris with that tattoo. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you something, brother. Those are some massive chiclets. Remember chiclets? It's the worst gum ever.
Yeah.
Little box, and you chew it for like 30 seconds, and it just tastes like rubber bands after that. Anyway,
so you had to keep putting them in.
Just keep it. That's what she said. So listen. Their vignettes are fucking awful. The Rock's daughter is gonna fail, and probably not. No, I don't think so. I think she'll be all right.
She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. She just needs
as soon as she breaks off of this, right?
Yeah. Why are they doing this? Just why do they have her with them? Is this like a ride along type thing where they're teaching her as she rides along? I don't get it.
Maybe. Like that way, the focus
isn't her dad The Rock? I'm just
but this way the focus is like shifted. It can't be fully on her. It's got to be like on the group, so she can stand out just a little bit, right. And then not get exposed too much.
Is it to bring her down a notch or something, or just like have it so like out of left field that you kind of forget that she's because actually not that I forget that she's The Rock's daughter, but I'm like, all right, well, you know.
It could be smart if the gimmick was worth a fuck. So you always run that risk of her being associated with a dead gimmick. I don't know. Maybe some people really like it. I don't know. We'll talk about the ratings later. We'll see if people like it.
We got ratings here, brother. Up to last week.
And that if you get it from WrestleLink, now they go back like the whole year, right? Like they show you week by week, right?
I'm actually at I hate these people, but you know the guys that go support Wrestle Talk.
No.
But they have it really broken down well, so I have to give it to them here.
Well, they're probably just getting it for WrestleLink because WrestleLink has it. Anyway, so Wendy, she's supposed to fight Cora. We forgot because the entrances are broken up again. So Wendy enters hot, and just attacks Cora. And that's how you would do something like this. Because why wouldn't you, why would you want to just lock up and grab a headlock if you hate this person? Now, normally I would have disavowed this match because of kendo stick. However, Cora Jade does have a signature black kendo stick that she keeps around. Right. So I'm going to split the difference, and I won't disavow it, but I won't be happy with it. I'll just skip to the end and say Wendy wins straight up.
I was shocked that she won the match.
Is this your second shock of the night?
That was my second
shock. 2 shocks back to back?
Yeah, because I was like, wait a second, what? Because, all right, so during this whole match, I'm saying to myself, right, I'm watching Wendy Chu, and I'm saying 2 things. First, I'm saying, wow, she's got some great tits. That's number one, I don't mean to be misogynist, but they're fantastic boobs. Number 2, I think this is it for her. Like, she's not ever leaving this, and if she is, it's going back to Impact Wrestling or wherever the hell she was at before.
She'll get a third gimmick for Raw or SmackDown.
No, I don't think she'll ever make the main roster. I hate saying that she doesn't fit the mold. There's something about her is just, I don't know if it's physically, she's too short, too wide, too dumpy. I don't know, man. And then this fucking sleeping shit. If they change her up, like totally change her up, and give her like a really good gimmick, maybe, but this shit sucks. Winnie Chu doesn't suck. Winnie Chu is awesome. This gimmick sucks, and it hinders her.
Well, they're not even doing it the way they did it at first. Now she just dresses like she's going to a sleepover and doesn't do any of the sleeping stuff anymore.
Well, she did the fucking flying sleeping.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But remember, she used to pin people like that. Like she used to fall asleep in tag team matches in the corner. Like she used to work. Yeah, I understand she shouldn't be doing it here, but even in other matches, she just doesn't do it as much. So
I don't know. I'm hoping
it seems like the kind of thing that they gave to her and wanted her to get over. Same thing with the Mei Ying gimmick. They probably gave it to her. It was probably not her idea. She probably just wants to be a regular wrestler. And they were like, no, you've got to have some weird gimmick. So, well, anyway, time will tell on that one. But speaking of Asians with a weird gimmick, here's Ikemen Jiro. And he's explaining what the jacket means to him and his identity, and how he's going to get it back from Scripps. Even though we already know that he has a closet full of jackets, and commentary even said he's got 101 jackets in his closet.
So about this one jacket?
I guess this is his favorite because it's the one with all his face all over it.
Or is this the one that has a loaded gimmick on the fucking lapel?
Allegedly.
Huh?
We don't know that for sure.
I know.
He's always been a stand-up guy, so I don't see why we should just accuse him of cheating like that.
Listen,
do you know what Ikemen means in Japanese?
You ever heard of Pearl Harbor? I don't trust him. Ikemen? Cool guy?
I'm just handsome guy.
Oh. Ikemen. So he's handsome guy Jiro.
Yeah.
Jiro, hey. Yojimbo's in the house. Yojimbo.
Hi.
Hi.
Konnichiwa, Yojimbo.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. All right. So then next is Fallon Henley doing Stevie Richards Fitness for her bar on a pole match later. I'd like to remind everybody, in case I forget later, that we still have 3 days left in December for you to get 66% off of all your Stevie Richards Fitness programs at StevieRichardsFitness.com. So after these holidays, when you're a fat fuck, if you've eaten a tray of 2 dozen cookies, you might want to, sign up for the 12-week or the 16-week programs, and they'll be right there, $9.99. So StevieRichardsFitness.com. Anyway.
Back to Fallon Henley.
Yeah, Brooks is like, hey, I'm on her side. And they're like, Fallon's like, her who? Like, you.
What's her name? Fallon. Let me tell you something, brother. I said, let me go to Instagram. Take a look at this young lady, because she's gorgeous.
She's probably posing in a barn somewhere on a hay bale.
She is a 20, not even a 10.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Vet, I'm telling you, this Fallon Henley is gorgeous. She's my modern day Mickie James.
I'd take today Mickie James, even with the advanced age and the kids.
No, Mickey James is. Did I tell you when I met her in Jersey?
Did I tell you when I met her?
No, tell me.
Nah, it's all right.
All right.
Go ahead with your story.
Just real simple. I was doing backstage shit at a big event in New Jersey, and she popped up like she was backstage, and it was fucking Mickey James, and I'm like, oh my god! Like, number one, she is. Listen,
What year was this?
This was 2013 or 14.
All right.
And I was like, oh shit, it's Mickey James. Let me tell you, she is.
You just point at her like, you're Mickey James.
She is, I think, even prettier in real life than she is on TV. Number one. Number two, fucking the sweetest, nicest. She was. Everybody fucking loved her, and she loved everybody. Number two. Number three, when I approached her, she treated me like she knew me for fucking years. And she looked me right in the eyes, and forgive me, Mickey James, if you ever watch this, all I wanted to do was make out with you. I don't, nothing sexual. Just make out with her.
Aside from you jizzing in your pants, but
bro,
other than that,
so fucking cool. She gave me a hug. She smelled like strawberries and cream. Her hair was soft. Her skin was like flawless, bro. This is 2014 Mickey James. Beautiful, beautiful person, not only outside, but inside. Her smile, that's another thing, dude. She has this smile that's like, oh, you could see it. I knew it was Mickey James, and she was literally 100 feet from me. Does that make sense? But you could see her smile from all the way down there, and her eyes scrunch up a little bit. Oh, my God. Lovely, lovely person. She's one of those people that you run into, and you're like, I'm glad I met one of my heroes. She's awesome. She's fucking awesome. I don't know if you had the same experience, but I thought she was an incredible person and just had a great aura about her.
I agree.
Fallon Henley, right behind
not
her.
That. Fallon Henley is not that.
She's bad, bro. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, you're entitled to like whoever you want. As long as one of them is not Jiro or Scripps. Well, specifically Scripps. You can like Jiro if you want, but Scripps. Yeah, they're still trying to do this. They didn't abandon it already for whatever reason. So Jiro had to wrestle a match without the jacket.
Why?
Because Scripps had it. He came in the ring wearing it. So yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to seriously talk about this match, or
Scripps can't.
What, have Mike Mondo come on and break this match?
He's got to be fucking on his way out. By the way, this is Fallon Henley. Oh my, this picture right here, this one got me. Like, come on, Fat, you serious, bro?
Which one? The one where she's in prison?
This one right here.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. Not the prison one, this one right here. She's just beautiful, bro. Look at her, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, Ray. She's not my favorite. I can't put my finger on it.
She's got to be your favorite, Vet.
I won't put my finger on it. How about that?
What about this?
She looks so basic to me.
But that's the thing. She's so pretty.
I guess. I don't like the ratio of her facial features to her head. I don't know what to say. Why is it you don't find anybody attractive, or why do you find people attractive? We don't know. It just happens.
Whatever.
I wish her all the best. As long as she's not on television.
It's fantastic.
So yeah, should we move on from Jiro and Scripps? Because fucking Scripps won with his the doink the clown sit on a guy move.
I didn't like the end of the match where Ikemen Jiro rolls through whatever the fuck it was, and then he obviously is way too far back to get hit with the finishing move. So
he just runs up and points at him
and points at him like, "You gotta hit me with your finishing move."
And sure enough, he did.
And that was the shits, bro.
All right,
dumb match, waste of time. Scripps is getting fired. He will be released January 2023.
Gotcha. Now here's the question that's on everybody's mind, Ray.
What?
Where's Oro? All the people are just asking, where's Oro? Everyone in the club.
fucking party,
Everyone
bro.
on social media.
Back scratcher.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
other hand.
Valkyria's next. She's coming up next.
Yo, she's awesome, bro.
Well, we're not up to her yet.
Oh.
They're just telling her. They're just telling you that she's next. But you know, in NXT, that next doesn't mean next. It means after some vignettes and maybe another match.
Yahimbo's asking a question to you, Vet.
Oh,
or
sorry.
to us. He says,
Which
and
one?
I quote, "Why did they give Idris that gimmick?"
Which one? The WWE tattoo on the right titty?
I guess.
Oh, I don't know, because he's a mark. Does anyone see? No, we did see him in the main roster. He was called Reggie. He was a sommelier, and then he was an acrobatic wrestler, and then he was a 24/7 champion, and then he was engaged to
Somebody who was already engaged.
Dana Brooke. In between her banging Batista and whatever guy that she's getting engaged to. Yeah, we did. We saw Scripps on the main roster. We saw him.
He's terrible.
So, speaking of terrible, that's a good transition because here we have Alba Fire vignette. She's saying that it's the fire of her ancestors versus the dark spirits next week. Moving right along. Wesley is kind of meditating here. Don't really know how else to describe him, just sitting, staring into space, but I'll call it meditation. And now we get Lash Legend.
Oh, yeah.
With the jobber entrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a jobber entrance? She didn't get an entrance, right?
She was already in the ring. They played the music, but it was off.
So a half a jobber entrance?
Yeah.
Versus Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, I'll let you go first on this one because you already said she's awesome. You can elaborate on that.
Well, first, I'm going to say that I think Lash Legend did a great job. I think she worked her size in this match, even though there were times that Lyra. You know what? No, she worked her size in this match. Lyra.
Well, more to the point, Lyra worked her size.
Right. They both worked well. Let's just say that they both worked well. I love the spot where Lyra was just fucking throwing her body into Lash Legend repeatedly, and Lash would just not go down. It took
like those tackles, right? Like she
Yes.
would do a shoulder tackle, but she was like jumping off the mat to hit her.
Yeah, like
with the shoulder tackle. Like that's what JD McDonough should be doing if he's in there with Julius Creed. And once again, whoever's agenting the women is showing up the people that are agenting those men. But continue.
And then Lash Legend, she's exponentially better. You know what the word I'm saying. She's
you got it right, actually.
I was right. She's exponentially better than she had been in 2021 when she first started, I think, on TV. But Lyra Valkyria, I love the fact that she had to work the legs. She was striking the legs. She was breaking down the taller, more stronger, just as athletic wrestler in Lash Legend. Lash Legend did a fantastic job at using her strength, throwing Lyra around the ring. Also, she was very vocal. Both girls were very vocal. Both girls sold pain with their face, which a lot of people don't do anymore. Mm-hmm. I thought this was my favorite match of the night. And it's because of the way these two girls work together. I don't know whether I should compliment Lyra on this good match or Lash on this good match, because I think Lash did the job very, very, very well. It was just very well done. Even the finish of the match. What's her finisher?
She just did a splash off the top. Yeah,
the one before, the spinning back kick.
Yeah,
beautifully done, because Lash Legend rolled with it so well. It looked like she got hit in the face, but it was very safe because I watched it twice. Mm-hmm. Excellent move. The girls did a great job. Lash Legend, I think if she continues on this path, I think by the end of 2023, we can see her on the main roster as a good, legit competitor, somebody that you take seriously. She's got the look, she's got the size, she's got the strength, athleticism, and of course, she's the total package, that girl. But Lyra, remember we talked about this last week, how they had the rain gimmick?
Oh, yeah.
The rain held off until she got in the ring. this week.
Yeah, it looked weird when she was coming down the ramp because
Right.
it was making the screen crowded.
Right.
And it looked a little bit better this time, yeah.
Little better.
Well, they'll figure it out. I mean, they do have Dream technology. They have Dream broadcasting technology, so I'm sure they could figure out a rain cloud.
So, all in all, my favorite match of the night.
Right.
Didn't say it was the best match of the night, but it was my favorite match of the night. And Lyra has that it factor that we spoke about the last time we saw her. Now I'm interested to hear you.
Well, I agree with you. You already covered a lot of the things I would have said. I'll reemphasize the idea of looking at the first match where you have JD throwing Julius Creed around like he's fucking a sack of potatoes. And then here you have, Lyra who not only looks smaller than Lash, but she's acting smaller than Lash. Like she's looking at Lash like, fuck, this girl's big. I got to take her down.
All right. How am I going to do this?
Yeah, she's looking. You see the belief, like that she's in the moment here. She's not. Oh, it's the spot is I kick her. It's not just that. It's like she's like, fuck, this girl's big. I got to take her down. Oh shit, it's not working right away. I gotta do something else. The kicks ain't working. Let me go tackle. Go for the tackle. Oh shit, I just bounced off her. Like I got to jump off the ground to hit her.
You see her thinking.
Right. You see her thinking in character, not thinking remembering the spot, but thinking like as if this was real. So, yeah. And even the clotheslines, like when she finally was bumping off the clothesline, she's throwing her whole body and going down with the clothesline. So she's launching herself at
like a lariat.
Lash.
It was more of a lariat than a clothesline because it's two different things. It was more like a lariat than a clothesline. Yeah, man. So well done, man. Her whole body. She did like how like Bret Hart, the heart attack kind of type clothesline.
Yeah.
Like beautiful. That. Beautiful done.
So
beautifully done.
Yeah, really like that. So yeah, apparently some people have some issues with the size. Like here's a question I have in general just for the chat, because I see a lot of this and I gloss over it because I really don't have time to address this kind of stuff all the time. But like I see people talking about like Javi saying the girl was 4 foot nothing, or I see people just commenting on girl. Like, are we really doing the size and weight and stuff with girls now too? Like it's not enough that we talk about, oh, this guy's too small, that guy's too small. Now we're doing girls are too small. Like, are we really doing this? Like, seriously?
Well, see, I'm
like every girl has to be 6 foot tall and jacked, like to be a wrestler. Like, is that where we're at? Like, are we gonna get real here at some point?
I'm guilty of that too, then, because I have to put myself under the microscope because I do that with Wendy Chu. I don't see her as believable at times. Because
anybody can be believable if you present them a certain way. If they're not doing that, that's not necessarily on the person. What's the person supposed to do?
That's why I say that Wendy Chu is awesome, but it's not her.
But to me and you, Ray, you and me, pretty much every girl is small.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're both taller than Lash Legend, and she's like the tallest chick. So to us, everybody is small. Like, you know what I mean? You wouldn't believe how small some of these girls you think are big are. Like, you think Charlotte Flair's big. You think... Yeah, you think so, none of them are 6 feet tall. So
I'm taller than Lash Legend. Yes, she's 5'11".
Yeah, and that's probably with the 2 inches. So she's probably 5'9".
Right.
So unless you're looking up her WNBA stats, which might be more real.
This is her WNBA stats. Yes.
5'11".
But they also add an inch in the NBA as well.
Okay, so 5'10".
Yeah, she's about 5'10".
Yeah,
5'10", 5'9".
Yeah. Nicole Bass's only, Colin says.
Who's how tall was China?
5'10", 5'9". Okay. Yeah, she looks huge because every girl is small. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, 5'10".
So we can't be doing this shit. Like, I understand if you think guys are too small to be wrestlers, but we really cannot be doing this with the girls. You guys just look ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, every girl is small. Sorry.
Roxanne Perez is only 5'1". Yeah. And fucking Wendy Chu is 5'2".
Right.
Cora Jay's only 5'6". Tiffany Stratton, who looks like a tall, statuesque woman.
She's about 5'4", 5'5"?
She's 5'7".
Really? I don't even believe that.
That's interesting. Okay.
All right. So anyway, speaking of women,
Yes, sir.
Toxic Attraction is here. What's left of them, and they are trying to. They're going to refocus, and they're going to take down Roxanne because this is all her fault.
Why?
It's her fault that Mandy Rose had a brand army page and is making $500,000. So they're going to take it. They're going to take it out on Roxy. Poor little Roxy. Poor 5'1" Roxy.
Boobies.
What about Gigi and JC? Small, yo, Jimbo. They're small. They're short. Fuck 'em.
Elizabeth wrote something here where she wants Lash Legend to be released. Why?
She just doesn't like Lash Legend.
Well, why?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's up to her.
I think Lash Legend is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, she's definitely improved the one area she was lacking in. She's got
Wrestling.
the personality. She's got the wrestling part. And that's the part you can learn if you apply yourself. And as an athlete, it's not that hard for her to transition if she focuses on it. So, unfortunately now, I think her strong suit was her personality, and they've gotten away from that. And why they're treating her like a jobber, I'm not sure, but she can overcome that because no one's watching this shit.
unless like Ben says, they're testing her to see if she'll do the job.
I don't think she's anybody to test because she came straight from her sport. It's not like she was an indie wrestler. They don't need to test her. They got a project they got from the ground up. So why would you test your own project? Like,
don't they test
it doesn't
everybody?
make sense. Maybe. I don't know. Look,
You know what I mean,
let's just say time will tell on that one too. Schism
I blame
enters.
Colin, by the way.
It's probably Colin. Yeah. Schism enters.
Why?
And then Mackenzie is asking Braun how he feels after being an idiot last week. I mean, she didn't say it, but I said it. And then Grayson has a video message from Sydney. So he's in Australia already.
I didn't know how beautiful that place is. Gorgeous, bro.
It's the best city on earth, according to what's his name again?
Grayson Waller. It's beautiful.
We can't ask. Where's Pierce from?
Pierce Austin is from Australia.
No, yes, I know aware of that. I meant
where in Australia?
Because Jimmy T's like Melbourne.
Let me see. Pierce Austin. It should say it here. Yeah, he's from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, so he knows how beautiful it is.
And
next time he's on. And when I was tweeting out my list of esteemed guests for the Next Level Wrestling Review that have come on and our cherished past guest, I neglected to include some people. I knew I was going to forget some, but definitely Piers Austin is one of those people on that list of cherished Hall of Fame guests, along with what's so funny, right?
It's crazy. So Pierce actually just messaged me about 7 minutes ago.
Oh,
he says, and I quote, "You, my friend, are a mad cunt." And it says here, and then
that's the nicest thing a person can say to another person from Australia.
Well, there's a description. It says mad cunt. It says in Australian term, which denotes the highest possible praise in which one can receive. And here's an example. It says here, after watching Gaz drink a bottle of Bundy, Chuck his guts up.
What did you just say?
Let me try it again. After watching Gaz drink a bottle of Bundy, Chuck his guts up and then pick up at the pub. Davo realized his mate was a fucking mad cunt. This is I read it exactly verbatim.
Okay.
Well, Pierce, I don't know if you're watching, brother, but you're mad fucking cunt too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have
and an esteemed Hall of Fame guest for the Next Level Wrestling.
God damn, we should have had him on. He's great.
He's enshrined in the Hall of Fame.
I'm sure if he was on, the show wouldn't have ended.
That's what right. That's why I hate trying to acknowledge people because you always forget somebody and be like, shit, I forgot. Make them think I don't care.
Pierce is great.
I definitely love Pierce Austin. But anyway, Braun did not love this nice video of Grayson Waller just basically being his normal self in Sydney, and he fucking picks this TV up and chucks it.
Well, the TV was
I've never seen a guy
off.
get so mad over nothing before. Did this seem like he should have cared that much to ruin a television?
Well,
I could see if Grayson Waller was just straight up talking shit to him for like 60 seconds on the TV, but he really didn't. He was just kind of showing off the city and putting himself over, which he always does. So why Braun would get so mad as to destroy a nice flat panel TV?
I don't know. All I know is this: I followed your lead, Vet, and I actually Jennifer got me a 42-inch, what I'm on right now, a 42-inch 4K Fire TV.
Huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big, man. It's 4K running at 60 hertz, and I've been playing my games on it. Mm-hmm. Now I have a question for you, Vet. You're a smart guy, right?
Allegedly.
Okay, there is, and I need your help with this, but you can go. I'll be right back. I'm right here.
Hey, he left.
I did.
Oh,
I left for real.
No, he's there.
Okay, what am I doing here?
Scott Woodford says, you have not seen football fans losing to the Vikings, Vet. No. That is a reason to throw a TV. This was just Grayson Waller saying a couple things about Sydney.
So there is a setting on this TV I may need your help with. But give me a second.
Jesus, we don't have time for this bullshit.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, anyway, let's just get through this. So the fun guys enter for their match with the Schism. And so as I mentioned to Ben earlier, Idris is tattoo free here. So that means this was taped. This was clearly taped. Which also means that Grayson... never mind. You know what? Don't think about it. Don't think about how he got to Australia so fast. So yeah, it's a Schism versus the guys. I wrote sloppy. This match was sloppy. This completely sloppy. There was a few things I could have pointed out, but I'll just pick one. They did that double doomsday device where James Drake jumped off. James Drake jumped off and did a double doomsday to Idris and Malik, who were up on the shoulders of the other two guys. And when James came down, when he landed, Idris just flipped over and landed both knees right on his back. And let me tell you guys, that is not comfortable when a guy lands on you like that. Dead weight. Like, that must have hurt. But he had to get up and be like, yeah, even though I'm sure he was like, fuck, my back is killing me right now.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, brother.
Yeah. So if he didn't have heat for getting a WWE tattoo, he had heat for that landing knees first on the guy. But it wasn't his fault. How the hell was he supposed to know how to take that bump? You don't practice double doomsday devices and drills during class, man. It's just a bad idea to do, especially with a guy like James Drake who only weighs like 160 pounds. Like, you shouldn't be the guy to be Road Warrior Animal. You know what I mean? Or Road Warrior Hawk, excuse me. Yeah, so Schism won the match. You got anything to say about this?
I'm just trying to figure out what action smoothing is.
Action smoothing? That's the guy that beat Jericho on AEW Dynamite, right?
That's on the TV. What's action smoothing? Should I leave it off? Turn it up?
Probably. Anything with smoothing is a bad idea.
It's bad, right?
You always want everything to be crisp.
Crisp. No fucking smoothing.
Yeah.
So this match, the Schism, what was it? Schism. This happened a couple times where wrestlers were falling on other wrestlers. Like, everybody was falling all over each other. More than once. The Doomsday device was the one that was the most prominent. But
even during regular drop kicks, guys were just landing on each other.
That's what it was. It was a drop kick. I think Idris Sanofe, Mr. Tattoo himself, or Malik Blake, one of the two guys, fucking did a drop kick. And the other wrestler just landed. This is a very sloppy match.
Yeah.
I think it's just sloppy. Sometimes two teams, from what I understand, just don't have good in-ring chemistry. Or sometimes sloppy. Or sloppy.
You're just trying to do too much here, and it's bad when it's bad when Odyssey Jones is like, I'm not sloppy in this. Everyone else is sloppy.
I'll tell you what. I'm glad you brought that up, because in my mental notes, I said to myself, man, out of everybody in this goddamn ring, Odyssey Jones is the only star.
Mm-hmm.
the only potential star, like the
Well,
only guy I can see on WWE roster.
I like what's his name, Zach Gibson, but
No,
you know
but
the guy with the white eye.
yeah,
But
he can grow back his beard. He'll be fucking over, dude. But
yeah, he just needs to leave this shit, just like The Rock's daughter needs to leave this shit.
agree. But Odyssey Jones is winning me over because a guy that size, he is fast. Like he moves. Am I wrong? Do you think he moves very well for a big boy?
I think so.
Right? He moves well.
He doesn't need to though. The easiest thing about a guy like I would love to have matches with guys like Odyssey Jones because all they have to do is stand there and let me bounce off them. Like they don't really have to do anything, but they look like $1 million.
Sure do.
So, and then when you're in there with bigger guys that are more veterans, they can lead you through being able to do more cool shit. But you're not going to need to do that much shit. Again, a guy the size of James Drake, Odyssey Jones doesn't need to do cool shit to him. He just needs to stand there and let James Drake bounce off of him. And then when he gets up against like a big boy that can actually move, then he can start breaking out some of the more athletic stuff. That's the whole idea of big guys. It's not that we don't want you to do cool stuff. It's that we want you to save it for a cool moment. And that's what a thing I think a lot of sour puss veterans, like when they shit on big guys for doing athletic things, they forget to say like there is a time and place to do it. Just don't do it out of hand. Kiana and Fallon walk. And then Mackenzie is with Trick and Mello. They say something. I wasn't paying attention. What were they saying?
Was it?
They probably said something like, that's all it is and that's all it's ever going to be.
No.
No?
If I'm correct, what was it? Trick Williams said that he would whoop that trick. That's his new gimmick on his hat. Vet, am I all broken
But he's
up?
the trick.
Am I all broken up on my end?
No.
Okay, you seem to be a little broken up on your end, like you're losing internet. But yeah, he's wearing a hat that said "whoop that trick," and he threw that in his tagline, and he said, and I quote, "and he's gonna send him straight to Comic-Con. He's gonna whoop Axiom and send him straight to Comic-Con."
I see, because he's a superhero.
Exactly.
You know, Axiom was on Main Event too with Andre Chase. I didn't watch his match, but I saw him there.
Somebody say Andre Chase. Sorry.
No, nobody said that. Next is the Battle for the Bar. This was my Sox match. I didn't mean it because I would have liked to watch Kiana, but I just happened to be distracted at the time for whatever reason. So how did it go? Bar and a pole match.
Oh,
No, they literally said Battle for the Bar.
Battle for the Bar. Again, Fallon Henley can do no wrong. But no, I thought it was good, man. I thought both girls wrestled well. You know what? They both screamed a lot. They both sold. Again, I like
That's my bar.
Right. I like to look at facials and shit, and girls, you know, when they take a bump, you know, instead of just laying there, they get really sell the back when they take a body slam and stuff. And both ladies were doing it. I thought these two young ladies had a very good match between each other. But Fallon Henley does win with like a drop kick, like a running enziguri or whatever the fuck that was. And yeah,
Fallon kick.
And what's his name? The two guys. What's the goofy dude?
Yeah, Brooks looked like he was not that excited that she won until later. He reluctantly clapped for Fallon.
Yeah, not very happy. So I'm just
he's Kiana hurt her ankle in Gimmick during the match, so he was like concerned with her like limping off while Fallon was celebrating.
Yep.
So
yep.
But there's your story there.
But now let me ask you a question. Now
this is legally binding. It's now there will be no transfer of deeds of ownership or anything because that 3 count was registered and it's been put in the books in the courthouse and everything.
So with excuse me. So now that the bar is theirs, right? So where's the story?
They're still in debt. Oh no, because Kiana paid the debts, but now she just can't own the bar, I guess, is how this works.
Okay. It's weird.
I mean, look, they all work that out with their lawyers off camera.
Right.
That's not for us to really delve into. It's none of our business, to be frank. And I feel a little uncomfortable that you brought it up. So I think we should probably just move on before we get in trouble.
I apologize, sir.
All right. It's not your fault. You didn't know.
Kind
But Mackenzie is with Roxanne. And this is where Roxanne is trying to awkwardly remember all the stuff she has to say. So not necessarily the best showcase for her, but she did say something I did like. Whether they wrote it for her or whether she thought of it or whatever it was, but I like the way she said, the list of women that have held the NXT championship is a list of future Hall of Famers, and she's got to live up to that. So for an aw shucks baby face, trying to put over like the lineage of the title, I thought that was a good line to say.
She's annoying me. I love her in ring, but her aw shucks baby face shit is I'm getting a little tired. I get she's young, she's a kid, she's lucky that she's there.
But you're old, you're tired, you're fucking hurt, and you work with fucking shit.
I don't know what it is. There's something about her like, oh well, I'm really very happy that I'm the champion. I can't believe I'm the champion. Well, of course you can believe you're the fucking champion. You're a great wrestler. Why can't you believe it? Believe in yourself. Yeah. Do we have to get fucking Booker T? Do we need Booker T like fucking yelling in your face?
Yeah, huh? That would be a nice, something.
Well, I don't know. It's starting to annoy me, like the aw shucks bullshit. So, we'll see where it goes.
It's hard for these motherfuckers in 2022 to even pull off the aw shucks babyface because they're so far confused about who's faces and heels and what characters are and what they're supposed to be doing that they can't even go back to the classics. So I don't imagine anybody's going to be able to give her the coaching she needs to not get people to feel like you feel. So that's unfortunate. So we'll just have to enjoy the matches. I guess that's all we can do.
All I can do.
And you can enjoy this Isla Dawn vignette where she's saying that I don't give a shit about your ancestors. I've got magic powers.
Look at this asshole.
Not
nice, Ben. Ben sent me an apologetic gimmick on Messenger, and I just put the angry face emoji. Whatever.
It's fine. Yeah, I think so. It's just everything can be turned into content, Ray. Everything.
It's just, you know what it is? It's just
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Oh yeah. So speaking of old tired veterans, here's the Drew Gulak Invitational.
Oh no.
Then you shouldn't have said it.
Classic. So I'm watching this and I'm just like, Timothy Thatcher, anyone?
That's
Remember
exactly
this?
what this is. Except with teeth.
Yeah, Drew Gulak's a little bit nicer. I love Drew Gulak. I can't stress enough how wasted this guy has been for the past, 5-6 years.
He's great, yeah.
Like, he's so funny and good at this. And they're just not using him right. But
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Is he a baby face or heel?
Exactly. Now, this is where it's fun to guess.
He's 6'1"?
No, he's not. There's no way.
He's not fucking 6'1". I'm 6'1".
No, only if his hair is extra poofed and he's got lifts.
That dude is not no fucking 6'1", brother.
No, Drew Gulak's probably about 5'9" on a good day.
Right.
But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
So anyway, they do this whole thing, and Hank Walker's there to supervise. And Drew Gulak is, doing he's doing there's even a storytelling in this thing because he like escalates each thing. Like he's just showing one simple hold, then he goes to some amateur wrestling, and then we go to a guy that's basically a pro. So he starts to take it too far, and then Drew Gulak gets hot and stretches him. Like you see the escalation, whereas the only difference with Timothy Thatcher is he would just stretch everybody immediately and just, be an asshole about it. So I like Drew Gulak, his character here, and Hank is just playing it straight, like just the calm little Seth Rogen in the corner, like, hey, he tapped out. And then Drew Gulak has to like straighten his jacket and be like, yeah, well, just sometimes he was trying to make excuses for it, and
It's fucking his little box gimmick that's connected to his microphone fell out.
the pack, yeah.
Let me tell you, this may be a perfect spot for Hank Walker.
The guy that stands in the corner and says he tapped.
He's kind of like the comedy slash, I don't know. He's a straight man to Drew Gulak's comedy in this tandem. I could see this working. I don't know what it was. There was something between them that I could see. Dan Heffern says, honestly, I like this segment. I thought it was better than Thatcher's segment doing this.
Yeah, because Drew Gulak's way better at entertaining than Thatcher is.
And Jerome
Thatcher's
says,
more straightforward.
Right.
This is also, if you look at the bigger picture of things, this is entertainment, but it's focused on wrestling.
Yes.
Like, this is how you make wrestling entertaining. Instead of people saying, bro, I need soap opera drama in my wrestling, and I need, I gotta have girls with their tits out, and I gotta have people in hit and run car accidents, and I gotta have, a bunch of stuff that really doesn't have to do with wrestling. This is how wrestling can be entertaining and still be wrestling.
You remember when they killed somebody on Impact Wrestling? The kid?
They always do that.
Oh.
They did a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, they killed Eric Young. And then when Sammy gets in the ring with the guys that killed Eric Young, his idea is to give him a chop to the chest. That's how he fights the knife murderers.
I'm sorry. I'm not joking. They killed Eric Young? Like they killed his character? Like they killed him off?
Yeah, Diener stabbed him in the torso with a knife. A shiv, if you will. In an abandoned prison.
Seriously?
Yeah. Don't you watch the Impact Attack every Monday at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern?
So what happened next year?
It's next is Charlie Dempsey invited himself to the Invitational, and then they had a face off, and I guess next week we're gonna get something with Drew and Charlie. But the way this is going, I think it's gonna be Hank and
It is. They made it clear.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
because Drew says
Well, he challenged Drew Gulak.
he did, but no. I think you read into it wrong. He challenged any one of his pupils.
Oh.
Specifically, and then Drew Gulak says, "Yeah, he'll be ready. My boy will be ready." And he's pointing at, so he's gonna take Hank Walker and train him in 2 weeks. I think is it 2 weeks or next week?
I don't know. Next week, maybe.
Okay, why not? Right?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm not the booker.
Well, it should be.
Yeah, I probably should be. I don't want to.
All right.
The main event
Oh shit.
is Tony D'Angelo versus Weth Lee for the North American title. Yeah, it's Damon Kemp.
Damon Kemp.
Where's Damon Kemp?
Damon Kemp. He's losing weight.
Fucking Damon Kemp. Yeah, so now here is a good example of okay, I can sink my teeth into this a little bit.
Okay. Okay, good.
So the start of the match, they start like wrestling like normal, collar and elbows, kind of weak collar and elbow tie-ups, to be honest. These guys should go back to school and work on this. Maybe they can see if Gulak's got any openings.
Or Thatcher, if he's still around.
Or Thatcher if he's still around, which he's not. So they start out with that, and he's like, Tony D'Angelo's throwing Wesley off. Like, hey, get out of here. You serious? You think you're the Don? Hey. Like, so Wesley is like, all right, fuck this. I'm just going to punch him. So he starts hitting him, right? And then...
And saying fuck the entire time.
Yeah. So he starts hitting him because he's already frustrated. And then, at some point he ends up like getting Tony in a front face lock. And then they just lay in a face lock like...
Well, he shot... Tony tried to shoot on him.
Yes.
Not shoot like fight. He was...
No, but shoot in like a wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah. And he got caught.
Yeah, and he hooks him in a face lock. But, bro, he already punched you. So we're done wrestling now. This is what Mondo was talking about. Like, you don't go from striking to wrestling, dude. You should have done this. You should have done this spot to start the match before you even do a collar and elbow. You should have been like, I'm going to shoot in on this kid, boom, babyface surprises you like, oh, you didn't think I'd have a counter for this, did you, Mr. Buffalo Wrestling Amateur Champion or whatever?
But a wrestler's gonna wrestle. Like in MMA, I think that's what I
ain't
know.
just-
You're right. I'm just saying that this is probably what they were thinking. In MMA, you know, if you have a striker against a wrestler, the wrestler is going to continue to wrestle, even though he's getting smacked, you know, punched in the face repeatedly. He's going to try to go for that double leg takedown, try to
Right.
get you on your back, yada yada yada.
Right. However,
However,
now he's getting out wrestled.
yeah, well, maybe Buffalo's not that good at wrestling.
I guess not. And wherever Wesley's from. So that's what I'm saying. So like you do that, then you go back to working your front face lock, then you do a dive, okay, because you got to get your dive in, and then we're back to the face lock. So Wes is out wrestling the wrestler, like I said. And then through the break, he keeps Tony in a headlock. Like they're in the picture-in-picture, and he's just working a headlock on Tony D'Angelo the whole time. Babyface headlock control. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying.
yeah. And then the heat spot is Tony D'Angelo just bows up on him and catches him kicking in the corner and then gives him like a T-bone suplex to start some heat.
Right. Yeah, I know.
So what are we doing here? Like, where's the psychology? What are we trying to say? Who's the babyface here? Like, Wesley looks like he's in fucking control of this thing. So, I don't know. Doesn't look good. Tony starts working the leg over. All right, we're getting some leg heat.
Right.
And then Booker T says, get the fettuccine ready. He's already saying the match is over. Then Wesley makes a comeback, and Tony is bumping and feeding for strikes from this guy. So, again, one match in this show worked their size, and a bunch of matches didn't, including this one.
Right.
Then Dijak comes out for some babyface interference. He chokes Stacks and drags him out, and then
I found hilarious for some reason.
yeah, it's kind of funny. And then Tony's like, hey, and then Wesley hits him with his move, which I'll just call the literal flip for the win. He just flips at the man.
What's a flip kick?
He hits him with some part of his body.
hits him
I
with
don't
the
know if
leg.
he's aiming the kick. I think
He
the kick is coincidental.
No, that's his finisher, dude.
No, I think his move is just literally a flip, and if the foot hits you, so be it. I think that's the full Japanese name of the move. I flip at you, and if the foot hits you, so be it. But here in America, I'm just gonna call it the literal flip from now on.
I'll say this: that every time I've seen Wesley do that move, I'm like, this could go wrong in so many different ways. Oh shit! Oh, he's eating a fucking muffin. Now let me just take a look at that muffin. Is that a chocolate chip muffin? It is.
Triple chocolate. There's 3 chocolates.
So what do we have? It's like a that looks moist as fuck.
It is.
Okay, I can't eat no more cookies because I'm getting nauseous. It's too early in the morning to eat
This
this.
is my first muffin of the day, so
Well,
I'm good.
you know. Yo, vet, like little by little, you're gonna start looking like me.
It's all right.
Fat.
It's only one muffin for today, though. That means they've improved a little bit. I complained earlier, but I didn't think it was muffin worthy. But this match was so bad. They got the roles in this so mixed up. The crowd didn't know what to do. They don't know who to chant for. It's pretty lame. It's a bad main event, a flat finish, and we just go off the air. No business is furthered. We still don't know what the hell Dijak's doing or why.
Well, let me share this with you, vet. I'll share the screen here because we said we would before we sign off here. I'm going to show you NXT's ratings. And actually, it's great because it compares last year to this year. So can you see this pretty clearly?
Mm-hmm.
So right here is the comparison to 2022, 2021. And here is this year's rating. So in January, I think it's safe to say that they never went over a 0.14, where in 2021 they were almost at 1 million. At least on 2 occasions here.
Well, you're looking at that demo. You just need to be looking at the viewers in millions.
So what do you want to do here?
Well, yeah. So you see how it started in January at 68. So about 690,000, 685,000 or so.
Right.
Now scroll down to now.
Let's go to February real quick. Just real quick. 400,000. All right. So at no point did they get anywhere near. Oh, for some reason, August, they were 700,000.
Did they have some summer show or something?
I don't know.
NXT Heat Wave or some shit?
Now we're going to October, 737,000. So now we're averaging now. It's up actually. If you look at it, look. They were averaging like 400, 500,000, and then it started steadily going over 600, almost 700,000, right? And then we'll go to, this is December 13th, right? And then the last show that they have here, I think it should be down here. Where is it? Up here. Here we go. They have December 20th, which was a 705 rating. So it's up 39.39.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's going up, though.
Yeah.
More people are watching.
I guess.
Okay.
Those numbers are pretty, for a while there, it got really low. Like in the 4s and 5s there. You saw that.
Yeah.
Like,
that was in the beginning of the year, though. That's when
the beginning of the year.
That's when he
So what
started
was
doing
going
all
on
the,
then?
the rainbow shit.
Ah, I see. So they're slowly getting people back, you think?
Yeah. So then when he went back to the black and gold, I can't pull that back up again, but when he went back to the black and gold, you notice the numbers started settling, going 600, 700,000. Now they're averaging between 600 to 700,000. So, and it's going up. It's gone up the last 3 weeks. Right. So,
look at Colin trying to get over. Like, I miss Nash Carter, dude. Nobody ever said that in their life.
Oh, so it's funny that you mentioned that. Before we sign off, Nash Carter, right? So Nash Carter was trending last night.
Oh boy.
Justice. I'll read this last story here.
Justice for Nash Carter.
Justice for Nash Carter. So here's the story here. It says Nash Carter debuted.
Justice.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. It says during Wesley's title defense against Tony D'Angelo on NXT, the hashtag Justice for Nash Carter started trending on Twitter, with many fans asking Triple H to rehire Carter again. And it says it remains to be seen if this trend will help persuade Triple H to rehire Nash Carter. However, given allegations against him, that is unlikely going to happen. Stay tuned for more news. So yeah, it was trending. Even Nash Carter retweeting it himself. And this is right here is one of the tweets, I think, by Nash Carter.
He's like, yeah, hire me back.
He's like, yes, I don't want to work at Impact. Right here.
He hasn't even been working at Impact.
So what is this? So this is the actual Twitter handle, Justice for Nash Carter.
Oh, okay.
I will not follow you.
Some Mark made a account just about Nash Carter.
Well, I'm showing
it probably is Nash Carter.
Yeah, it probably is.
On
but
a
I'm
burner,
showing you
like a Smurf account. Yeah.
I'm showing you all these tweets here.
Oh my god.
So it was trending. So I don't know.
Well, two things. Number one, on a personal note, good riddance.
Oh shit.
Number two, you guys ever consider that maybe the things that you found out about were not the only reasons that this guy got released? Do you realize that if anybody thought that he was wrongly released, they've had plenty of time to bring him back and make it up to him?
Word up, son.
Also, once again, good riddance.
I'm hurting. I'm old. Fucking tired. I work with fucking children. All right, vet. Well, let me start playing the go home music here. Let's do a little This is Old Land Sing. You know what that is? Sign?
It's the New Year's song that people sing.
Yeah, well, it's New Year. Anything you want to say to the watchers, listeners, supporters as we sign off and we walk off into the sunset into 2023. Goodbye,
yes.
2022. Go.
Yes. Thank you for watching, listening, and supporting in 2022. Please continue to watch and listen and support in 2023. As Ben Hameen said, we've got a lot of things in the pipeline for you, and you're going to be very excited about them. And if you're not, then you will be anyway. because you do what the Ayatollah says. And
Stupid ass.
and
I don't know.
as for me, you can find me at Opinion Haver everywhere, on all your favorite social media platforms, and right here on with Hami Media Group at channelattitude.com, where you can see me here every week with the Next Level Wrestling Review with Big Ray Hernandez, and always surprise special guests. And you're not going to want to miss the first show of 2023 because, oh man, I've got something lined up. Let's hope it happens. And then you got me every Monday night on the Impact Attack Live with Brandon, and that's always a fun time. Even if Impact sucks, we will try to make it fun for you and add extra time at the end for AMAs and other comments and questions and things to be more interactive. Because sometimes Impact just really doesn't give us anything to work with, and we end up going home in like 45 minutes. So that's your chance to save up any questions that we don't have time to answer on this show, or anything that you want to talk about. Come to the Impact Attack and let that be your fun chat time. And then, of course, there's always Wrestling with Rip Rogers live on YouTube. Check those out. Check out Stevie Richards Fitness again. He's got a sale going on for 3 more days. God, channelattitude.com, such a great value. God, what else is there really? What else is there in life besides all the things I just said?
Well, I can tell you to subscribe to the A Show on Patreon, support April Hunter, subscribe to her on Twitter, on Twitch. Also check her out at Real April Hunter on Twitter. You can follow me on social media at Big Ray Hernandez. And I just wanted to thank you.
I left Ray that one on purpose.
Oh,
I had to give him something.
Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you guys for supporting us here at HMG. Another year, another year to get older and crankier, and by the end of this year, I will be the middle of this year, I will have my new home. I will be leaving New York City, so this is a big scary year for me. 46 years living in New York City. It's a long.
You're gonna move to the place where all the headlines come from.
Damn right. So
you will be a Florida man.
I will be a Florida man. So, guys, listen, I really genuinely appreciate you guys. I appreciate the cookies. I appreciate the meat. I'm going to take the cookies and make a steak sandwich with 2 cookies and eat it live next week. Listen, thank you for supporting us here, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I always say I would do this for a living, but if I couldn't, I'd do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. Actually, because I love talking to the vet. I love interacting with you guys. So I wish you all a happy and safe new year. Whatever you do to celebrate, guys, and I know this sounds corny, do not drink and drive, dumbasses. Please use an Uber or a fucking cab. Uber's too expensive. Better than dying or killing somebody. Seriously.
Right. And
I'm
you're
serious.
Right. And your court costs and your fines and your repairs and your other things. Yeah.
And I will sign off by saying happy birthday. Oh, look, Colin, can I do it? Happy birthday to the one and only, the real RBV. Oh wait, wrong Rick Vickery. Wrong. That's not RBV, it's BRV, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway.
Tecmo World Wrestling.
The worst wrestling game in history, professional wrestling. The greatest is WWE 2K22. No?
That's what the commercials tell me.
It's fucking fantastic. Vet, thank you, buddy, for always being dependable and being here, man. I appreciate. I hate watching the show, but I love doing this show. I say this every single week, and hopefully, our guest, I know who you're talking about, will join us next week. So tune in to a new Next Level Wrestling Review. Maybe I'll have a new intro and everything. Who knows? We'll see. But maybe not, because I have a life. And I might not be able to do it. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next week. Oh, we'll see you next year.
Boo. Boo.
I'm hurt. I'm old. I'm fucking tired. I work with fucking children. I'm not going to press the button. I'm just going to say boobies.
Just act out your whole soundboard.
That's just vet, man. That's just vets do what vets do. Then you should have said it. 9 days from tonight. Back the fuck off.
Did somebody say Andre Chase?
Chase?
No, nobody said that.